fourth year of the tree fort.
Yeah, it's the fourth year we've done the tree fort.
My first year here, last week we started it. We were just fort building then. We had no idea. We just wandered around looking for places to build it. We saw this tree split in half, and we were like, that's perfect. And by the end of that, we had like basically this first level, but it was half the size that it is now.
I started doing the tree fort last year, and it was already 3 stories tall. So we were like, all right, maybe it's not a good idea to build up. So I was like, well, why don't we build out? And so we decided to make the bridge connected to another tree, and like I kind of had no idea what was going to happen. Just kind of like, hey, let's cut down some trees and make a bridge. And now we have a whole other platform out there. It's pretty crazy.
That's kind of the beauty of it. You never know what's going to happen.
The whole thing just falls into place.
Yeah.
Like,
Someone just says, hey, let's do something.
Yeah, I remember coming back my second year at camp, and there was fort building again. So I was like, oh, I'll do that again. I'll see how it is. I came over here, and this thing is like 3 stories high, 35 feet up in the air. And I'm like, oh my God, they did a lot of work second and third session last year. And so by second year, I spent my entire time up on the 3rd story just building that out and making it bigger.
Well, we've probably had like 100 different people working on this at this point. Over 4 years.
4 years. We've got 3 levels, a bridge, building another level that we only started like 2 days ago, really. And it's gotten really far.
Yeah, and the beauty of it is you don't necessarily have to build more onto it, because there's constantly ways that you can be improving what's there, making it more safe, and
you can just tighten logs down and make it safer. You don't have to be like, up, expand.
Yeah.
This is my first year on the tree fort, and when I got here it was like crazy because I've never seen a tree fort like this before, and then there was the bridge, but I didn't have quite the good experience with the bridge because it fell through it a couple of times, but
that's the beauty of it, then we make it safer.
Yeah.
This is my first year at Camp Hawthorne, really, and when I saw this tree fort, I'm like, oh my God, I've never seen anything like that. And now that I'm helping build it, it's like, just like you're building, like, I don't know, just like a masterpiece kind of. Just, yeah. I never missed a chance to work
power
with these.
tools.
It's like Mount Rushmore.
We used power
natural
tools
environment
once.
and made it.
The first time, that first week we started building it, we had this really big log, and Colin took a chainsaw to it, but the chainsaw broke halfway through the log. And it was like the tree saying, don't you dare use power tools on me. Cut it all off with your own hands.
We don't need these stinking power tools.
We don't need it. We got hammers, we got saws, and we got twine.
That's right.
The whole, like, the first year, it was all built from twine. It was twigs and twine. And they just lashed it all together. Then people started using these plastic ties. Nails were used more. But never has anyone, like, drilled in a screw. It's never happened.
You just get really emotionally invested in the tree fort. You want to keep coming back. I think every other bridge was assigned a different major except me, and I'm so excited to be back here.
I'm thinking about moving in.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, the 2nd floor. It's got nice views of the water. The rent's reasonable.
Yeah.
Can I go on the 3rd floor?
You wouldn't let us stay out here last year, though. I remember we pestered you every single day to let us have a camp out.
I couldn't get a counselor to stay out with me.
You count, don't you?
Yeah, but this tree fort, whenever I see it on a major, I almost always sign up for it. This is my 2nd week doing it this session. Of the 3 weeks, I'm doing it 2 weeks in a row.
We should have
I was up the whole 3rd story.
We should have t-shirts.
We should have
It should say like Death Wish Tree Fort Crew.
Yes, like the last week I was all up on the 3rd floor. This week I'm over there helping Chris and Colin and everyone else build a whole new level and a whole new tree.
Cut down my first tree working on this tree.
Same. Right
too.
now it's like a new beginning for the tree fort because 4 years ago we started work on this first level right here. It was all really small, then it built up and it was 3 stories high. Then they built the bridge, and it bridged over to a new tree. And now we're building another level that's a bit higher than the original first level, but it's still just another first level. And for all we know, in another 2-3 years, that first level, it's all patchy and beams right now that we're just starting to fill in and add on to, is going to be 3 stories high, just like this. And we'll have 2 3-story high tree forts on opposite trees, maybe even like a rope bridge going between them.
We could have a water balloon war.
We could have
that'd
be so much fun.
We could build a bridge on each level. We could just have rope bridges.
We could
Like
import
Indiana Jones,
fuel.
and after years they can rot and you just walk into the bricks.
Let's call George Lucas. Let's import some damn Ewoks.
Yes, definitely. This is an Ewok fort. We're all cute little fuzzy teddy bears.
Yes.
Except for Cullen, because he's awesome.
not.
I'm not cute.
He's not cute. He's too manly. He's too manly. He just does everything. He'll be the one 30 feet up with no supports, hanging out there, hammering
He
something
can fly.
in.
What are you talking about? He doesn't need to.
Yeah, he's
I'll be a
just
Wookiee.
nailing that one thing so
Cullen
it becomes
is a
safe
Wookiee.
up there. He
Yeah.
is. And then he makes it safe, everyone else comes and starts adding on to it.
We're a big family right now.
Cullen is my hero.
Yeah, we're the.
Cullen's like our
You're my
dad.
Thank you.
You're my hero. You're all my heroes.
Thank you, Cullen.
Pat, you're my hero.
This whole crew,
Pat, you gotta
this
say
doesn't-
something?
Probably not.
Probably not.
This crew, you just said something. This whole crew though, this isn't the Tree Fort crew. We had like 20 kids last week who just didn't want to come back because like a week, that was too
Because
much
they
for
got
them.
hammers dropped on their heads.
Yeah, they were all like, they really liked it, but they decided they wanted to try something new. But this isn't like the whole Tree Fort crew. Some of these people I knew. We've had people other years who haven't come back. We've had so many people working on this thing. This is the result of like hundreds of hours and 4 years of like sweat and tears.
Thousands.
Thousands.
Of
I can tell you what.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
coming back to do this next year.
Yeah.
I've always come back to the Tree Fort. I've always enjoyed seeing, since I only come first session, I always come back next first session. And that's been after 2 more sessions, like maybe one major a week in each session. And I'll just see what else they've added. And it's incredible coming back after a year with just 2 more weeks of work. And there'll be like a whole bridge